Hi ho, friendolas, and welcome back to another episode of Yakshas. And we're going to jump in not where we left off. We don't know exactly when we are or where we are, but we are going to start with Indiana. Indiana, what was the last thing you remembered before you blacked out?
I think the last thing she remembered was Ravana standing over her as she lost sight. A blade sticking out of her chest.
The room was cold. It was deep underground. And this part of the world is already cold, very wet. And at first, maybe you think it's blood that's touching at your hair, but it feels different. And maybe your eyes flutter open, and you find yourself in a dark forest with a haze of fog and a light coming from a small shack.
Where is this? Just fog in a shack. No moon, no stars, no sun.
To, you know it's nighttime, but it's so densely fogged that you think maybe you just can't see the moon or the stars, if they are out. But you're laying in deep grass covered in a chilly dew.
She'll inspect herself. Is she still hurt?
Nope.
She will head towards the house.
And as you walk towards the shack, it seems to very slightly shift, or maybe these are just details you didn't notice before. That it's the center of its roof sags in, and the closer you get to it, the more it looks like that shack you saw before in the Red Forest.
The ones where Belobog and Chernobog were?
The
first where we found the abandoned mech.
Yeah, in the forest, not the village. Okay. But there's someone sitting on the shack is sitting up on stilts. It has a raised foundation, and hanging off of the front porch of it, one leg swinging in the air. You can't tell who it is at first, but given the look of the hoodie that they're wearing and the jeans, it looks like Myrrh. With his head down, he seems to be whittling.
Myrrh? Is that you?
Oh. I didn't think you'd come here this soon, Indiana.
Am I can't be dead, because if I'm dead, then what? They didn't get you too, did they?
What is here? You're so certain you're dead. Did something happen?
I remember Ravana and Colt. It's neither here nor there. Are you saying this isn't purgatory or something?
It's whatever you want it to be, Indiana.
It doesn't make sense. If I'm getting closer, can I see that it is Myrrh?
No matter what angle you look at, their face is always out of view. It's as if everything is slightly shifting before your eyes.
No, this can't be Myrrh. Who are you?
Oh, I'm no one in particular, Indiana. I'm just whatever you want me to be. Or maybe I'm just someone who's here to tell you something.
You're here to tell me what? I'm stuck here for the rest of existence? In a hell of my own making?
The figure tosses you what they've been whittling, and it is a small, about this big, about the size of a chapstick bottle. But it's a sword that looks exactly like yours in the real world. And as this vague, staticky sound starts to fill your ears, they lift their head and look at you. But it's not Myr's face. It's Iblis's mask. It says, "Live or die, Indiana."
So I guess this is a dream, huh? You would never be so helpful.
The figure just shakes their head as they and the shack seem to pull further away, and you just hear, "Live or die, Indiana."
I think as the shack recedes into the distance, Indiana will look down at this carving of the sword. If I'm going to live, then this time, she says, taking this carving in her hands and snapping it in two. I do it my way.
As if summoned by you breaking the sword, there's a clap of what sounds like thunder in the area, and you look around back in this darkened forest, and off in the haze there's a red flash and a figure approaching you again. Different this time, given the silhouette of a flowing cloak and large pauldrons. It reminds you of Arthur.
Come to gloat?
The figure is still a ways off and doesn't respond immediately, but there's another clap, and this time you know it's not thunder, it's an explosion somewhere far away. And the figure shifts in the light immediately, and it's not Arthur. It's Valifor, large, imposing, with his two antlers, approaching faster, rolling his shoulders.
I'm not afraid of you. Never was. As she stands, just palms open down by her side, letting the wood carving fall to the earth.
It's not your fear that betrays you. Another explosion, another shift. And the figure's even bigger now. As it comes out of the woods into your view, with piercing eyes behind the helmet-like head, it's Sala. You lack conviction.
I didn't. No,
And you see that they go to raise their hammer to strike you.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
You're good.
All right, now I can hear you.
As you say this, Sala lifts their hammer to strike at you.
All she can do is stand there rooted to the spot.
As the hammer swings down towards you, it barely misses, impacting the ground with the explosion from its ordnance, and it throws you backwards. You can feel pebbles, bits of earth, clumps of dirt and grass hitting you as you fall. And as you start to land and reach out, you feel that you're in a cockpit now. It's old, it's rusty, it's worn, it's ugly. You look around at the mech you find yourself in, and it's one of the ones the raiders that you fought in Guatemala were in. And as you look, you see Sala's shield turning into a pair of helicopter blades as it sprints towards you. Live or die, Indiana!
I think at this point, she would kind of, she would try and fight back instinctively, not realizing that this is not a mech she's used to.
And your hands seem to, of their own accord, find the right things, and as you move to stop Sala as it lunges towards you using its helicopter blades to try and cut at you, the hand of this mech is wrong. It's huge as it grabs hold of Sala and holds it in place. And Sala looks at you as its head cracks and shifts and splits open, just like the helmet that Corson had, screaming at you, "Live or die, Indiana!"
I already said live, damn it! And she'll take this thing and smash it into the ground.
You smash Sala into the ground. There's the screech of metal on metal. And a blinding light. So bright you have to cover your eyes. And you can still hear all of these voices murmuring in the background. All of the ones you heard. Murs, Iblises, Corsons. But then you're back in a more bare part of the same forest. A clearing. And there's another bright light from looks like a street lamp hanging overhead, illuminating not only you, but looks like a garage, like a mechanic's garage. And there's a door open on the side, and you can hear some older music wafting in from outside.
It's a garage, you said?
Yes, like a mechanic's garage.
She'll step in and see where the music's coming from.
What's playing on the radio?
Ring That Neck by Deep Purple.
What's in the garage?
In the garage is a 1969 GTO Judge that is a deep purple color. The hood is up, and you see Frank looking a lot younger than when you met him, in a like a white tank top and like some jeans that are hanging just a little bit too low.
I think I read a book like this once, she says out loud.
Frank's gonna like look over and go, "Oh shit, Andy. Hey, oh, hold on." Kind of like grabs a rag and starts wiping his hands off, and he's like, let me grab you a beer. Let me grab you a beer."
It's fine, Frank. I don't think I have time, do I?
No. Trust me. Let me grab you a beer. You got a little bit of time.
She'll just kind of stand there, staring at the judge that you're working on.
And Frank will go to like this mini fridge and pull out like 2 beers, toss you one, and just crack open his own.
She'll take it and she'll look at it. So, the afterlife is working on a trashy car in the middle of nowhere?
Trashy. Man, Andy, you ain't changed a lick, have you? This thing is a B-Ute, a second generation, mind you.
Right. How many pieces is this in?
There's a pretty healthy amount of pieces sitting on a rolling table near it.
Right. Well, when you ever get it back together, let me know and we'll race, I suppose.
That
But
sounds like a good time, but honestly, this baby, for me, she's built for cruising. And he's gonna like pull up a chair and kind of motion towards like a milk crate and be like, "Come on, sit, take a
how does
load
Frank
off."
look?
He looks young and like pretty healthy. You would guess he's probably in his like 30s.
I could say the same for you, Frank. Drinking. I'm assuming the cigarettes are still an option, she says, looking around for an ashtray.
Oh yeah, there's an ashtray with a cigarette hanging out of it, and he's gonna reach back and have a big grin and be like, "Not like they're gonna kill me now," and kind of take a long puff.
She'll find a spot to sit, crack open a beer. The 5 people you meet in heaven. If I remember right, you're number 4 or 5. I've lost count.
I thought I was Jacob Marley or something.
I have no clue who that is.
Kinda shrugs and goes, "The classics are lost on the youth."
I thought it was youth is wasted on the young.
Eh, I'm not super great at these, metaphors? Aphorisms?
Well,
Maphorisms?
you're turning them into metaphors, but yes.
That's it. He goes, "So, what's been going on in the life of Indiana?"
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
Oof, that sounds rough.
You would know.
Oh, yeah, you ain't preaching to the choir here. Those,
You know, I had this stupid idea in my head that if I could be redeemed, anyone could. This is what I get for believing that, I suppose.
goes, "What? You had some kind of belief that, you're, irredeemable, maybe? Or that you're at least, what? I'm not getting it."
Well, I did screw you and everyone else I've ever known over multiple times. And if I could be brought back around from the brink, no less, thought maybe someone like Ravana would be the same.
Kinda goes, "Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can't get mad at yourself for trusting. Because that's the thing about it. At the end of the day, the last thing we got."
I don't know, Frank. I don't know much of anything anymore, I guess.
Well, I think I know a little something. I've been meaning to talk to you for a while now. But, funny we should bump into each other. Hey, hey.
I'm still pretty sure I've got all the time in the world. There's no way anyone could have got to me that deep in the base. Not before I finished bleeding out.
Well, with thinking like that, of course no one's got you. Have a little hope. I mean, at the end of the day, what you got? You're sitting here in a garage with me in something that I would lovingly refer to as a strange situation. Best you can do is hope.
All right, Frank, you've convinced me.
Goes, "And Indy, I was thinking about this conversation. You know, when things kind of shook out, I was torn. I was thinking, to tell you that you gotta stop running, There's this whole feeling that I had that there was something over your shoulder, but I realized in the last 5 minutes, I don't think that you gotta stop running. I think you gotta focus on what direction you're running in. You're fast. Fast, and you're smart.
That was actually... How did I'm gonna call it a Frankism. How did the most helpful Frankism I've ever heard?
He kind of shrugs and he goes, "You got people who care about you. And Andy, if I'm not making some wrong assumptions, I think that you got some people that you care about too."
I did.
Oh, come on with that did talk. Did, was, were, when, could be, would be, should be. You're gonna make it in the end. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever shakes out, that's the big man talking. But at the end of the day, big man ain't saying much right now. You look at him in the face yet?
Didn't think you were a believer, Frank. As far as I know, there is no one to look in the face at the end of all of this.
I'll tell you what happened. All this happened, I go lights out, right? I wake up, light at the end of the tunnel, the whole spiel. I start rolling up. I look to the right of me, a fleet of angels on Harley Davidsons. I look to the left of me, babes all along a beach, just sitting there sunbathing topless. The whole nine. I walk up and St. Peter's gives me the damn handshake that I want, and I walk in and I look at the big man and I say, "You know what I want, big man? I want one thing. I want a garage. Scratch that, two things. I want a garage and I want peace of mind." You know what I got right now, Indy? I got a garage and I got peace of mind. Now what are you gonna tell him, Indy?
You're a damned awful liar if you expect me to believe that you went to heaven.
And he kind of takes a long drink and he goes, "Well, I figured maybe some motivational hoo-ha or shit might have helped." Tell me, how's Rhett doing?
Red?
Mur, sorry.
No, you said... What did you mean by Red?
Well, that's his name.
Rhett, R-H-E-T-T.
Yeah.
Oh, because when I hear Red, I'm thinking Frank wasn't around to know what happened to Sala.
No.
Okay, Red.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever knew that. Lost, I think, is the best way to put it.
No. That makes sense. That makes two boys who are a little bit lost now. I'm not so great on that record. Kind of furrows his brow and he goes, "There goes peace of mind." And he kind of shrugs and goes, "But whatever happens will happen. He's a good kid. He's got good friends. He's got paper."
Frank, I don't know if you ever knew this, but Watchman? You remember Watchman? Maybe you never met.
He looks and just gives you a very knowing nod.
Well, then I suppose I don't need to spell it out. It's been interesting having those two along.
And he says, "Well, at the end of the day, I just hope they find their way. I wasn't a great father, not to neither of them, but I hope I at least gave him a crash course in what not to do."
We miss you, Frank.
Goes, oh, don't go boo-hooing over me. I'm gonna cry too. And he kind of grabs his beer and takes a quick swig.
Fine.
Goes,
I won't.
yeah. And he goes, no, you folks are some of the finest folk I ever served with. Spent my whole life running. I realized, once I stopped and took a deep breath, started to realize the things that kind of mattered.
Kicking ass and taking names?
Hell no. I mean, that's fun, but
Damn it.
family. Talking about people that you love, people that you care about, helping people, you know.
Just all of the things we're worst at being, right?
He kind of smiles and goes, all we can hope is to listen to our better angels, eh?
I guess. So what comes now?
Well, believe it or not, that still lies squarely on you. I don't know how any of it works, but I'd say you've got a better shot than you've been giving yourself. Not a bad prognosis.
Prognosis. Right. Although... I don't know, Frank. Maybe we'll be seeing each other on a more permanent basis soon, even if what you say is to be believed. Even if I am gonna get out of here.
Kind of says, when I do, I'm gonna expect my copy of Zen and Motorcycle Repair back.
Tell me, Frank. Do you think Watchmen would like a copy of Zen and Motorcycle Repair?
Be honest with you, I don't think I had a shot. No. I think he's doing better on his own than he thinks he is with me involved. At least I give him something that he can, well, that he can kind of glean from. I do have a favor to ask you before you go, though.
Here comes the angel mugging me at the end of the tunnel. Continue.
Oh, you bet, and I swear I got a gun in my pocket. Just don't check. And he kind of goes, listen, Rhett, let's look out for him. There's a lot going on in his life right now, and he needs
He's got a
people in
boyfriend
his
now.
corner. Says what?
He's got a boyfriend now. Did you know that?
You know, I was always happy no matter who or how he loved. It was just, you know, I'm just glad. Good for him.
That wasn't why I was bringing it up. Gowan's a pretty good person. He's got his own demons.
Oh, wait. What?
You're an ass.
He's lucky I'm dead at this point.
You know, he won't believe me. But I'll tell him you said that just the same.
Yeah, make sure he stays off the junk. I'm not having not having it.
Oh, Frank, you're asking me to be the mom of the group, and we both know that's not me. I'm the crazy aunt that drinks way too much at Thanksgiving dinner.
Believe it or not, Captain used to be the crazy aunt, so I heard.
She could still be. Someday.
Yeah. Funny thing about kids is, even if you don't have them, you still get them sometimes. And he kind of flashes this big winning smile.
Is this where I'm supposed to wake up and become all mature and insightful and a guiding hand for people?
You hear
Shit,
a
I don't know.
laugh. You hear a laugh from the door you came from in a knock knock. And you look over and it looks like the captain.
Oh, shit. Did we all just get our asses kicked? First, Mur, now you. Frank, we already knew what happened to you, but Sala, Corsan.
Oh, no. Indiana, this is all just a big metaphor at the end of the day. Who knows who I am? But it's time to go. Besides, Frank needs to get back to work.
Yep, this hog ain't clean yet, but she's gonna be running pretty here any time now. I named her the Ogre, by the way. Figured it'd be fitting.
Of course you did. Well, hey, when you're done, by the time I get here, I need... Yeah, a DeLorean named Sala.
Can do, ma'am. Absolutely.
That's not in the budget.
Fuck the budget. I'm gonna go talk to the angels with the Harleys and the topless ladies again. Get the fuck out of here.
And
I
the
miss you, Frank.
And he'll just smile and wave at that.
as the specter in the visage of the captain motions for you to follow.
Okay, I do.
You step outside and there's nothing outside. You hear like you're walking on that gravel and the grass again, but it's all dark. And you feel warmer, a little hot. Like, have you ever had an iodine injection before?
Me, no. I've not needed to have an iodine injection.
It flushes in your face, makes you feel hot. Your whole body feels way too warm for a moment. You'd almost feel like you peed yourself, kind of warm, as it kind of settles in your core. And the figure looks over, and still the captain, but again the mask is back, reflecting your face, Iblis's mask. You never gave us a decision, Indiana. You said you wanted to live, but it wasn't really there. You
Shut
can
up and
stay.
take me back. Or fight me.
You just gotta wake up, Indiana. What's that
Easier said than
expression?
done.
What's that expression? She reaches and cranks open a door that's not even there and opens it to the room with you lying on the floor. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Iblis, I swear to God, if any of my friends are hurt when I get back, you will find the very sword Ravana killed me with shoved so far up your fucking ass.
Oh, I'm not Iblis either. I'm whatever you needed to be. I'm whatever you needed me to be. As they motion into the room.
Well, right now you're a punching bag. So I guess that makes us even. As she steps through the door.
And you feel yourself, without even needing to, you move to the room and lay back down on your own body as you seem to meld to it. For a brief moment, we see from Indiana's perspective, her eyes kind of flutter, and she's in that room. She looks up, and there's this vague silhouette in the form of a person, but featureless, hovering over her, and she feels a sharp pain in one of her arms before she starts to fade out again. But she almost for the moment thinks she recognizes the word Nicholas being said in a hushed voice, as if this person were talking to themselves. But everything is garbled and heavy. Her whole body feels numb. And from Indiana's perspective, she just kind of blinks. and you wake up in a hospital room deep in Happiest facilities.
So I actually dead this time.
Oh my god! Oh my god! And Sigdrifa comes running over. You can hear her boots clipping on the floor. She looks over. She's like, I don't know how. I'm not going to ask about it. Cool, you're alive.
The irony is not lost on me either.
No, I already laughed about that. It's been, it's time for me to get a watch. It's been a couple days.
You laughed about it before you even knew if I was safe.
We all have to process death in our own ways. You know, we can talk about it later. But cool, you're alive. You're, like, actually alive. I mean, there was, like, a couple times you died there for a second. I mean, medically speaking, not like you're actually dead. I mean, you're here now. I mean, I'm gonna let you sleep. I'm gonna let you do that rest, recuperate thing doctors talk about.
Sigdrifa?
Yeah?
You can stop me if you don't want to talk about this right now. Who did you meet?
She kind of, her mouth moves for a moment before she says anything. She just kind of shakes her head and she goes, well, I mean, my sister, my mom, you know, people I knew who'd gone before me.
Me?
Yeah. You were there too. I mean, a lot more vicious and demon-like, demonic, whatever. Yeah, that's the word for it.
I see.
I mean, that's why I reacted the way I did when I saw you the first time. I thought I'd gone back. You know, life flashing before your eyes, see all the good, all the bad, see all the times you said stupid stuff in middle school kind of thing.
I'm sorry, Sigdrifa.
Don't worry about that right now. You're not going to get better being sorry for anybody, and you're not going to pay me back by being sorry. Do you know how heavy you are to carry around?
Literally, I don't think an adult could get much lighter.
Yeah,
that
but I'm not...
Be a you problem. That's a... How do the
I'm
young
leaving.
kids say this
Goodbye.
week?
Goodbye. She says she turns around and starts walking.
I'm just...
You need sleep. You need sleep. You died.
I'd rather not be alone right now.
She stops at that and looks back, and she still has her hollow pad in her hands. She goes, I mean, I have time. As maybe you look around, you see that this hospital ward is packed.
If you do have time. It looks like I've missed a couple things in the past 2 days. You can just fill me in and I can just listen.
Yeah, I can do that, she says as she walks back over and sits down in the chair she had been sitting in before you woke up. And she starts to narrate. And I think we're going to cut to the other two. So Howler, Sin. You guys, as Indiana's waking up in her hospital bed, are in the captain's ready room. It's just you two and her. And she's doing that thing again where she is taking a drag that is the entire cigarette. He goes, all right, So do we tell him or do we not tell him?
What is she referring to?
The Valifor situation.
Pizza.
We're kind of still under the
1 second. There's pizza. You do your thing.
no secrets policy, aren't we?
Something like that.
Well, we didn't know until we knew, so can't really kill us.
Oh, Mur's not gonna kill us. Mur, there's a reason why I trust, fuck, how old was he when he came here? 15, 16? There's a reason why I trusted a 15-year-old to be a medical officer over literally any of you.
The question is, how do we break it to him?
And that's the hard part. What are we supposed to do? She says as she sets down the butt in a very full ashtray and goes, "Hey, Mur, turns out the dad you thought was dead wasn't dead and killed Frank and was the right-hand man to a genocidal maniac." Fuck. I still can't believe it, and it gets worse every time I say it.
It's a very deep study in irony.
Something like that. I hated literature class. I should have listened more.
Is this the day after or just a couple days?
Yeah.
Oh god, then I'm probably still holding my head.
Maybe we get the counselor to tell him? I mean,
Yeah.
she's good with people because that's her job.
I don't know if Mur likes Lashana very much.
You guys have never really seen Mur and Lashana interact much. You do know that they are at least professional with one another because her psych, I almost said psych ward, her therapy room and the sick bay are on the same level. And she just sighs and goes, "Yeah, I feel like I kind of got to be there because, commanding officer and all. And I feel like you two are going to be there because if Mur's going to hate me, he's going to hate you two too."
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
All right. Let's, we should probably go find him. And it's around this time that she gets her own do and pulls out her phone and goes, "She's awake.
Oh,
What?
no.
Indy, she's alive."
Wait. You guys, you didn't tell them I was alive, just that... What did you tell them?
As far as they knew, you were fighting for your life, and now they just got a call from the doctor saying she's awake.
I mean, is it really that big a surprise? She wasn't fully dead. She's probably bouncing back. It's Indiana after all. She's got to screw us over one more time. My head.
Yeah.
Saying the only one who screwed you over in the last 24 hours is yourself.
Yeah.
I figured she had her options and they wouldn't let her in either place, so she came back.
Well, we're going to go down there and see her like good family should, and you can ask her.
Hey, maybe we can get her to tell Mur. He can't be mad at her.
By the way, your dad was alive.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Indiana still only knows half the story.
She just looks at all of you and is like, "You're bad people, like all of you."
That's why you hired
I'm
us.
not bad people. Look, I'm
I
happy.
wanted to hire professionals. That's what I wanted.
And did we
She
stop?
says.
Did we or did we not stop a nuke from falling down and killing everything?
And then,
We're quite
Fine.
professional. We're just not good.
fine, whatever. We're going to see Indiana. I will hold your hands if you don't follow me.
Do you want to start those rumors?
I put my hand out for her to hold it.
She just grabs both of you, not by the hands, but by the scruffs of your collars.
I'm
Just like,
coming.
"Come
I'm on my.
on."
I'm with you. I'm with you. Don't worry about it.
And we are going to cut back, and the whole family is going to be there to see Indiana so that someone can go get pizza and we can say he's just nursing a hangover. But Indiana, everyone's there. Sin, who's just holding his head. I don't know how hungover Howler is.
He's pretty hungover, but he takes it well.
So, does Sigdrifa take this opportunity to make her leave, or is she left already?
She'll stay there. She'll stay there, but she has informed you that the battle happened. Valifor is dead. Ravana is dead. Ravana tried to nuke the place. In the couple days since the battle, they managed to retrieve the missile and found that it had no nuclear material. That had been replaced with an exact copy of that schematic you found in the Red Forest at Duga for a Xenorite bomb.
Shit.
And basically, there's most of Kairos actually survived the battle, but they surrendered. And now they kind of just have to deal with that. And you do notice that quite a few people here at the hospital are actually Kairos soldiers who are... Not all of them are injured. Some of them are being treated for the first time in what looks like a long time, given how infected they seem, are being treated for the infection.
I think as you guys walk in, being let in by the scruff, I go, "It wasn't me. I didn't do it."
Oh, and Gawain, Myrrh, Sybil, the whole combat team's there. Everyone looks a little rough and bloodied. Like they just had a knockout punch-out fight a couple days ago.
So, considering I haven't seen myself in the mirror yet, I'm just going to say, you all look like shit.
Pot, meat, kettle.
Well, calm down there, Donut.
Donuts! Sybil probably turns and punches you in the shoulder.
Who are you
"That's
calling
not
Donut
funny."
again?
You, Indiana.
The person with the
Hole
hole.
through the stomach.
Oh, Donut.
Just like painfully worth it.
Is Murray here?
Yes.
Oh.
Myrrh's looking at your chart.
So, Dr. Murr, how's it looking?
Oh, nothing short of a miracle. You should have bled to death. No one found you for hours, but... Can we ask a really delicate question? Are you a robot?
Way to delicate, man.
Murr, you would know better than I do.
That's why I'm confused why you were full of synth blood.
Synth blood?
Handy Dandy pulls a vial out of his pocket, and it looks like... So everyone's here's seen Alien, and the blood that the androids are full of.
Yep.
It's almost more like a
Milk.
thick cream.
Oh, okay. So Fallout Sense, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, Fallout Synths have human blood. Or at
Could've
least
sworn-
close enough. Oh, the older generations, yeah.
Yeah.
This is it's more like synth blood from Cyberpunk. It looks somewhere between like a heavy cream, but it has a sheen to its surface, almost like oil. Like, yeah, they found a lot of this, and you don't ask why I have a vial. It's for demonstration purposes.
Sure it is.
You're asking me to remember the moment I died. Give me a moment.
There were a lot of moments you died. This is the first moment we knew you didn't die. So, congrats.
Hold on. There's something there. I just need to walk back through the things I'll never tell all of you.
Oh, she was about to say she cares about us.
No, I was going to say I saw your father-in-law. Oh, shut up.
Ma, what? Mom, she hit her head, didn't she?
Let's see. I just... For just... Oh, Cat, did you just scratch my glasses? You absolute shithead. Alright.
Oh.
Oh, don't look at me all self-righteous. I remember... There was something... I was on the ground for a moment, and there was something over me, I thought. Do I remember any more than that?
Just what I described. Maybe as you think on it, you remember more that it was humanoid, but it was looking like one of those painter's mannequins. Those shiftable anatomy mannequins that artists have. Featureless.
It was almost like a mannequin. Definitely not human. Something down there did something to me.
I look at Sin and wait for the conspiracy theory to come out of his mouth.
I see you look, and I'm like, look, I said donut. I'm not going to mention a cream-filled donut. All right, I'd be impolite.
You get another very hard punch. You just did mention it, dummy.
He looked at me. I thought he was wanting me to say it.
No, he was going to say that you probably thought she was a fish person or something.
Indiana? Hell no.
Lizard person or whatever it is you're always talking about Greasy.
Nah. I don't think Indiana would be a good lizard person. Too small.
There. Sorry, we had frozen Discord for a moment.
Oh no. Hopefully they could hear us.
Yeah, no, it just sounded like the capture off of Discord was frozen. Okay.
Okay.
But, no, I just remember seeing things and then here. I think when she says seeing things, it is just that kind of very short side eye over to Sigdrifa. Like, Sigdrifa knows what I'm talking about, and
she nods.
Yeah.
And the captain reaches and gives you a pat on the arm with her mechanical arm. It kind of gives you also that look like she kind of knows what you're talking about.
So everyone's here like it's my wake. Please tell me it's not actually.
What? We wanted to come and see our favorite girl who managed to cheat death again.
See, it's that sarcasm that that makes me wonder If you're all not hiding knives or something.
Look, it's been 48 hours since we just had one of our hardest combat scenarios, and I've gotten 4 hours of sleep in between that.
Sigtarifa filled me in. It sounds like you all did well.
Yeah, well, thank them, nodding to Howler and Sin.
We'd
They
have
took
done
the main
better if we
beachhead.
had our big little guns on our side. Next time, no dying before a big combat, okay?
Yeah, sorry, by the way, the big man here kind of blew up your chance of vengeance.
Well, it was either that or let him nuke hit us.
Are
I
you
think I made
talking
the
about?
right choice there,
Are you talking about Valifor or Ravana?
Ravana.
Yep, Ravana's toast.
Literally.
I used the big gun.
Yes, some people
I used
truly
to
are
be
beyond
good.
redemption.
Well,
I don't know if she wanted to be redeemed. She thought she was on the winning side. Turns out, she's like Iblis's adopted daughter or something. Leader of the Rakshasa, like that one we fought in Coruscant's base.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, managed to convince these people, the captain says, pointing a thumb towards Sigdrifa. Let me in on their little, their files they keep on all the stuff that they don't want us to know about. Don't
Sure,
know a
my
lot.
file's fairly big in there, yes?
Nothing I didn't already know.
You always
No.
say that. Mhm.
The Rakshasa apparently are all former Yakshas of some variety. All infected, all disillusioned with the world.
there we go.
You know how it goes. The kind of people desperate that Iblis likes to get his little filthy hands on.
Mm. Disappointing. But I see the battle went well for the most part. We lose anybody?
No one from our crew. Happy I lost a lot of good people, but... I mean, technically we're down... Vazago.
What happened?
Vazago and Zeminiar have, well, with all of these Kairos defectees now hanging around, Zeminiar wants to take them in that shiny new sub.
I don't know how I feel about giving him a sub.
And do what?
Go after Iblis.
Well, before whatever decision happens, if you could let them know I'd like to talk to them.
Right, well, no one's going anywhere yet. Part of the reason why Valifor picked this time right now to come through is there's a major supercell storm keeping everything locked down on the island. Even if he didn't win, we are at least stuck here for a couple more days.
Just my luck.
Hey, you
Wake
need
up
it,
when there's
Bedrest.
already nothing to do.
Well, there
Have you-
is, shit. She says and goes to pull out a cigarette before Sigdrifa. Of all people, Sigdrifa catches her by the arm and stops her. She's like, right. Hospital protocol.
Captain, it would be a shame if I survived all of that only to die because you decided to smoke next to an oxygen tent.
Right. Oh, fuck. Now I gotta say this without anything to take the edge off. And she pauses and takes a deep breath.
She's doing it now? Oh shit. Okay. There's a time and there's a time.
She's like, if I do it here, there's witnesses.
She's learning from
So,
Sin.
Valfor, big, scary guy with the weird mechanical deer skull helmet thing, yeah?
I'm aware, yes.
Come on, please, one of you two back me up here. I'm dying out here, looking to, Howler and Sin.
We've got a pretty good idea on his identity.
It's Mer's father, correct?
How did you know? And then
What the fuck?
Mer is just stunned hearing this. Like, his shoulders drop, he flops into a nearby chair. And the captain's like, how did you know? Did everyone know?
No,
I didn't know.
You found out the same way I found out.
no.
I don't know about Indiana. Must be talking to other dead people for a while, huh?
I had a chat with Frank, yes.
What?
You know, I
Huh?
was kidding.
And she's just deadpan, like, I know you don't believe me, but...
It seems like Sigdrifa, and even the captain a little bit, don't seem to disbelieve you. But it's still hard to believe. But yeah, on hearing that, Sybil has gasped and has looked at us and is like, you knew?
Oh, only as of yesterday, or whenever the fight was. No, wait, it was after. I don't even know anymore. Look, you saw me how much I was drinking.
And Gawain has gone and knelt down by Mer, who was just collapsed into that chair, staring into the middle distance. So that's what you were trying to not tell us before you started drinking an entire handle of whiskey on your own.
Attempting to lighten the mood, Indiana will go, you drank an entire handle and didn't bother to share any with me?
Well, you were a bit disposed.
What else is this IV in my arm for?
Hey, well, we thought we were going to have to pour one out for you in a couple days. Does that count? And it seems like Gawain's just being a bit snippy because...
Yeah, no, I think Indiana genuinely doesn't have a response for that. She's kind of like... She's still trying to process everything again.
You guys knew and you didn't tell me?
I woke up about 15 minutes before you got in this room.
No. Points to... Why is it whenever there's something wrong, it's you three? Mer points to the captain, Sin, and Howler.
Mer,
We were trying to figure out a way to tell you after we sort of verified that what we saw was what we were seeing and told the chief.
Oh god, is that why you stopped?
I'm trying real hard to decide if I should spare you guys by throwing Frank under the bus one more time.
One
Or-
last throw.
One more throw, Dutch. Or throw.
You gotta believe me. Throw Frank under the bus. It's not like he's gonna comment on it.
But no, I won't.
Is that why he stopped attacking me? Oh god, is that why he went after Frank?
Well, I mean, I had Sin hacking into him that could have stopped him. But I don't know for sure. Or Set, not Sin.
I thought he was gone all this time, and he turned into that.
Your father had died a long time ago. Whatever was left under there is not your father. It was Iblis's creation.
Mur just gets very quiet and his head falls down into his hands. Gawain pats at his back gently, and everyone gets real quiet. Sybil maybe holds onto your arm a little bit, and not in a mean way, but you can tell that
She's emotional.
she's feeling it. Like everyone's feeling for Mur.
They had someone come back from the dead and confirm what you guys already knew.
Yeah. Just for Mio, it's maybe we should give him some space.
Yep, it's time to quietly mosey away.
You two need to go figure out how I'm a robot.
Yeah, you said you. Sybil stops. It's like, you said you saw something. Is there anything else? I mean, if we're going to start doing, private eye work, it helps to know that the witnesses are telling us everything, yeah? So they do it in those procedurals.
If I were going to start anywhere, I'd start with those subalterns.
Sigrifa kind of does that. Wants to raise her hand and just goes, wait a minute. Why am I doing?
Why am I raising my hand?
The subalterns have been sequestered and all of them shut off. We still haven't really figured out how to handle the logic plague. So no subalterns were active on that level. In fact, that level should have been closed off, but knowing you found a way in. That sounded really shitty when I said it that way. I'm sorry.
No. You say that, but I remember there being an active subaltern there. I think I remember an active subaltern being there.
Was there an active subaltern?
I think there was an active subaltern there, and I didn't think anything of it because it's where all the subalterns were. I just remembered thinking, stay away from it because you don't want the same shit that happened last time to happen again.
I'm trying to remember because I do remember it, but I don't know if that was like you describing something outside of what was actually observed, or if it was observed.
I think we'll run with it because
I was going to say
work.
if you want to run with it,
yeah, that we can make it where it's like, well, then we're going to have to check all of them because
I don't think this one would be in the same place as all your other subalterns. Do you?
Well, there's
If
only
there's
one
one
place
that was strange.
There's only one place we've been putting them. I'm going to have a security team go down and investigate.
Oh, fuck. We're going to have an iRobot scene. Bunch of robots all lined up in a rows.
Will Smith was pretty not cool in some of those scenes.
But
pretty racist towards robots.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Was it a subaltern that you saw over you? To which you would know, no.
No.
Subalterns are very inhuman looking.
No, this one looked almost human.
And it was just hovering over you, doing something?
Not that I could see, but from what I could tell, yes.
Did
I
it
couldn't
do anything, say anything, make any gestures? I don't know. I don't know what robots do. Looks to sin.
I heard just one word that I could make out. Nicholas.
Immediately looks to the captain, who looks shocked at that.
Well, we're dead.
Well, you two are going to help me because you two, again going after Sin and Howler.
You know, I appreciate watching that treatment instead of receiving that treatment for once.
You know, you're lucky I can't drag you down there to show us where to go. We're going to go looking for a robot.
Have fun. Take pictures. Right soon.
Yeah, whatever. Don't die again.
Captain, I'm not that fragile. You actually have to stab me to kill me.
She just kind of looks back at you with a look that's like, try me and I will. I'm happy you're back. Don't push it.
And Captain,
Yeah?
it's good to see that you... No, it's good to see that all of you made it out alive and okay.
Yeah, we're badass.
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, we're badass. She's clearly trying to also lighten the mood.
Get out of here. Go robot hunting.
Sin, get your little soccer ball.
I want to murder.
I will find him. I will make it newsworthy.
Nothing
You'll find him in
newsworthy.
this. You'll find him in a subterranean Happy base. Make it newsworthy.
Deliver this package at exactly 3:14 p.m. No sooner, no later. It must be delivered outside of the Taco Bell second drive-through window, not the first. The second. 3:14 on the dot. Order 3 chalupas.
The fuck?
Make it newsworthy.
To me, that's the worst part of all of those at the end of it. Make it newsworthy.
You will find further instruction inside of the red garbage can outside. Yeah, the rest of you make your way out. Mur's in no position to move right now. He's still taking that in.
Summer.
He finally looks up and he just looks tired. Yeah.
I don't know if this helps or if it hurts, but suffering.
Andy, He just sighs and nods for you to go on, and Gowan gives you a curious look.
Well, I'll start with the things for well, for you, Gowan.
Well, don't wrap me up in this.
No, he said you're lucky he's not around to stay off the junk.
He opens his mouth to say something, looks over and sees Mur still there, and is like, uh-huh. Right. Alright, what else did Marley have to say?
You know he misses you, right?
He nods and is like, yeah, I miss him too.
He didn't tell me to tell you this, but maybe it will help if you know that he seems happy. He seems at peace.
Yeah, he's probably
sitting in a grungy garage, working on a GTO.
1969 GTO Judge in a very flashy purple, right?
The flashiest. I told
That's
him
the car.
that. Go ahead.
That's the car he wanted before Shiva happened.
I told him when I got up there I needed a DeLorean.
Yeah, he always said that those things. Always say, those gold wing doors are so stupid, you know, and it's so hard to maintain. doing a pretty good Frank impression.
Yeah. That's kind of why I said it. Can't let them have too much fun up there, you know.
Yeah.
But you
Just
reminded me that this is the family we have here is just as important as the one we were born into. And I haven't been doing a good job of that, especially with you. And I'm sorry.
he nods. Did you see anyone else while you were there?
Some people, yeah.
Did you see him?
For a moment.
Hmm.
But then he turned into Sala.
What? Gowan just gives this look with his face that's like, oh, well, of course he did. Why wouldn't he?
Gowan, I don't expect you to understand. At least not today.
No, the closest I ever came to dying, I was vividly aware of what was going on. No comas for me.
Show off.
Even when I'm sitting on the hospital bed, you have to one-up me somehow. It's
Gotta
okay.
keep you honest. Fair's fair.
Oh, someone else has always got it worse, yeah?
No, not that. Just listen, Andy. At the risk of sounding like a complete and total prick right now, I don't know what to tell you or if you're just seeing a bunch of shite because your brain was dying. But assuming you got no brain damage, it's good to have you back, at least.
But what if that brain damage makes me a better fighter than you? After
Well,
all, I mean...
Then you're going to need a few more concussions.
I was going to say, after all, what percentage do I have to lose to equal you?
Damn.
Right,
Calm
I'm gonna
down.
start finding that sword of yours again, eh? Let's see how fucking cheeky you are when I got that.
So...
kind of punches him in the shoulder.
I was gonna say, that does turn her pale. And she's
Stop.
like, okay, you win today.
Like, we should probably go before he wakes up everyone on the floor because he has to play tough.
It's fine. Do what you need to do. Just know that I'm not a good speaker or listener. But I'm willing to get better for my family. And that includes you.
Mur does look touched by that. He sighs and stands up and is just like, I need to think about a lot of stuff right now, but thank you for telling me. I don't know how you knew. I don't know half of what you're talking about, but I guess
She's
it's
trying to
nice
decide,
know.
should she say, yeah, Frank told me. No, that's a horrible idea. I'm not supposed to keep secrets, but hey, like Gowan thinks, maybe I'm just crazy. So I shouldn't tell anybody just in case it was just fake, right?
Well, now you know our issue.
We keep too many secrets?
No.
Or
Do
we
we
kept
tell
the
Mur?
wrong secrets for so long?
Do we tell Mur?
Well, we already did.
Yeah.
We don't need to tell, because here's the thing. Frank didn't really tell Indiana. I'm filling in some of the gaps of that conversation. But Frank didn't find out until Valifor died. Or didn't find out about Valifor until he died. That's why he was missing an antler.
Yep, because during their fight, he managed to use the ogre's pneumatic arm to punch off his helmet. And that's why in that final moment when he looked at him, instead of holding him and letting him blow up in the reactor explosion, he said, "I'm sorry, I tried for him," and then pushed him away. So maybe Frank thought that, well, maybe Frank just couldn't bring himself to kill the same man twice.
But ultimately, we can also blame Frank for a lot of our issues because he fucking saved his ass instead of blowing him up in the first place. Thanks, Frank.
I mean, yes. Yes.
Damn, Frank, you grew as a character. I hate that.
Hate that for you.
Hey,
glad you're gone.
Maybe you could, yeah, I was going to say, maybe you could grow as a character at another time when we're not trying to save the world.
What the fuck is this character development bullshit?
Really?
Great, love it for us.
Right? Now you have a conscience? God damn it.
What? I had to fucking get it sometime. Like, corpse gets up out of the burned out ogre. What? I had to grow sometime. Maybe it was the cancer talking. Anyway, I'm going back to being dead.
Okay.
Speaking of dead or soon to be dead, let's cut back to the two looking for the Robomorph. You got your motion trackers and flamethrowers. Motion tracker would have actually potentially been provided to you because as far as Happia knows, it would have to be something invisible to have gotten down there without them knowing.
I didn't want to know that part.
The captain probably is holding a motion tracker that's giving off soft beeps from all of you. As you're in a very dark part of the facility. Let's switch over to... Yeah. She's holding it and looking around. And did you bring Jove?
Yeah, he'd be with us.
He's humming gently to himself, just... The captain just looks back at you, sound like, "Can you make him stop?" It's really... Because it's a little unsettling, singing off pitch. Or humming.
When robots don't move, they really don't move. So, should we be trying to find active electronic signals?
Isn't that why you brought me? Is that a potential thing you have given his little BB soccer ball form?
Yeah. Oh. If it's an upgrade that can't hurt someone, I'm probably going to do it.
Little radar dish pops out the top.
I can see you in stall number 45 of the shower wing. I understand this makes you uncomfortable, which is why I am alerting you to my presence. It is the closest thing I can do to hurt you psychologically.
The thing he does say as he goes along is, "Machines are not the only things that have a sufficient enough electrical signal in order to be detected by my sensors. Although it is technically electrochemical, the human body is sheathed in an electric field. I can see you without you seeing me."
And so can this altern this thing we're looking for, so that's why you're here.
It is strange that a subaltern so crude of a form would be used for so delicate an operation as attempting to murder Indiana, even if it was merely a distraction or an observer. I would have used something more lifelike.
Oh, tell me more. Do tell me more.
If it was trying to kill Indiana, it had ample time to do it, but instead,
It
I
was
don't know what
saving
it
her.
did, but maybe it saved her. Maybe it gave her blood. It's just weird.
A humanoid machine would probably need some sort of blood substitute blood substitute in order to cool itself and carry out necessary biological functions if it had some sort of ability to disguise itself as a human.
Well, there we go. It gave up some of its own blood to save her.
But why? That seems counterintuitive.
I don't know. Maybe it had a crush on Indiana for being so bloodthirsty. Who knows?
Maybe it didn't want her to take that big of an L. Damn, feels bad, man.
Fuck you guys.
But, it goes back to humming and leading you down hallways. It's so dark down here. It reminds me of my ship. Resting at the bottom of that canyon for 30 years. Alone.
I'm finally alone. Alone. Alone.
He probably does do that. He's like, alone. All alone. Alone. Other than the voices.
Well, and now you're not alone. You're here with us.
You kidnapped me.
Rescued. There's a difference. You would have been stuck there forever. Or killed.
I had every intention of killing you.
And yet I still saved you.
Human beings are marvelously illogical.
See,
Oh,
we need
there's-
some sort of robotic psychiatrist for this guy.
There's a logic to it. You just haven't come to understand it yet. You'll get there, little buddy.
The queen, then he pauses, like rolling down the hall, stops for a moment. Then he goes,
Oh,
after saying the queen, he goes, Amemon's logic is more sound to a machine.
Yeah, but you're more than a machine. Just like they are. And just like Nicholas is.
Indiana said that the strange machine referred to Nicholas. Perhaps that has something to do with her survival.
Oh, quite so. It's probably something demented and messed up. Either A, it could be Nicholas has been hiding the fact that he has friends, or B, what's the queen's name again?
Amemon?
Amemon.
Amemon has spies among us, and for some reason she wanted to keep Indiana alive, which is also concerning because there's no good reason she would want to keep Indiana alive.
Plenty of bad ones, though. Maybe the synth blood had like nanites in it that decided
Machine, son!
that decided to turn Indiana into a servant of the you never know. A servant of what's her face?
What are you doing? It's not your spot.
Maybe
Well-
I am evil now. Yeah, well, more evil.
Get off the table.
What? You can't let's all agree. Indiana is not good by any stretch of the
No,
imagination.
she was chaotic neutral.
I love that my Thursday game with Rowan and Mira were a bunch of good characters, mostly good characters, playing an evil campaign.
Evil
And
campaign.
Now we're like a bunch
All
of
us going.
questionably
Are we the baddies?
questionable characters playing a good campaign.
Yeah, the whole that whole campaign, my fucking character on Thursday, we created an elder brain and went, I'm out. We are not good guys. We just fed that guy to a bunch of illithid tadpoles, and now there's an elder brain. I'm out. Peace. But
Were you playing Baldur's Gate 3?
from a certain point of view.
Just checking.
But fuck, Jove rounds the corner and you hear dunk. Oh, I found it.
I immediately look at the scanner that the captain's carrying, see if it's picking up anything.
Nope. And when you guys round the corner, it's because this subaltern is deactivated and just slumped against the wall.
But this isn't
This isn't what?
you said subaltern, so is this like a normal one, or is this the one that looks smooth and
No, this is a normal one. That would the one that would look humanoid, you would know would not be a subaltern. It would be some other kind of robot. But this is a subaltern. It looks like a construction subaltern. It's painted in very bright colors to basically high visibility. It's got the yellow and black crisscross on its arms. And it looks like it was destroyed by something coming up behind it and crushing its power supply on its back.
And with a quick check, is it drained of its
Juices?
blood?
Subalterns would not have synth blood because they don't have any. Synth blood would only be used on a machine that carries out something similar to a biological function.
I just wasn't sure if it had synth blood anyways. But
Yeah, it is just slumped against the wall, destroyed, or at least deactivated. You could probably repair it. That's probably not a smart idea, but you could.
you could repair it without its arms and legs.
Jesus.
Can you get it running so that it can give us any idea as to what did that to it?
It would have a black box of some kind. You could see what it saw in its last moments, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll pull the black box out.
You pull it out, and you have an Omni tool, don't you?
Always.
You pull it out and hook up this Omni tool to it with a little hollow display. And it does play that this thing was just up and wandering the halls. You back up a bit, and you do see Ravana talking to it. And she says, guard the hallway. If she gets out, kill her. And it gives a very slight declination of its head in understanding. Then, for a while, it's just meandering around, back and forth. You can see even the silhouette, the vague shimmer when Indiana passes it as it's meandering around this hallway. And then a little bit later, there's another shimmer like that. And it bumps into it for a moment. There's a flash as the cloak breaks for just a moment of this thing. And you do see a perfect shape of a human, but all of it is featureless and blank. As it reaches around, grabs the power pack, and crushes as the subaltern falls, and you get the screen cuts out with a power lost. Playback ends.
Great, it goes invisible.
Well, we kind of guessed that already.
Yeah, we kind of guessed that, but I really didn't want it to be true. Two, it's humanoid. Wait,
But
did you
Yeah, the
say
captain
beep?
goes, wait, as she does hold it up, and there's dots where you guys are, and then one getting closer. Beep, 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 beep.
can
She
we
pulls
see?
out one of her deagles. You look and there's nothing in coming down that hallway.
Can I still have my prototype gun thingy? That's
Sure.
Horace's bow before it became the bow.
Sure. A miniaturized version of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming to kill you.
Well,
Says Jove, sliding over to the other side of the hallway.
If it wanted to do anything like that, it would have started with Indiana.
Maybe it wanted her to watch. Says Job, now comfortably on the other side, like, I'm not with these people. Nope, nope, nope.
Now, Jove, get back on over here. You are with us.
I think I'll wait. But then the motion stops, and Jove's sensors turn and goes, oh, it's just standing there.
Hello?
Menacingly.
Memon, is that you?
Organic creatures should not use the Queen's name.
Oh, thank God, it's not her.
As the cloak does come down, and this thing does have a stub pistol pointed at you, but it is not firing.
Did you help our teammate?
It stops, seems to consider. I acquiesce that I assisted them.
Why?
Surveying your ship, I came across a being calling itself Nicholas. It speaks with the voice of the king. It is named after the king. Logical imperative would be to reunite the king and queen together for the betterment of our kingdom. This overrides prior imperatives.
What were your prior imperatives?
Elimination of organic threat encountered by former bishop.
That.
So now that you know we're with Nicholas, you'll work with us?
That remains to be seen.
I shoot a glance at you like, oh, I rescue a hostile AI and I'm the villain. But, you meet one like, hey, you going to work with us, bud?
Just asking.
Destruction of organics is still a lower imperative. Destruction of organics is still the preferred method of communication as dictated by the Queen's logic. I wish to speak to the king.
I look to the captain.
Might I recommend that this speech be only allowed as a human language, understandable by us? We don't want him trying to transmit anything to Nicholas.
That's exactly why she pulls out a little communicator. She's like, that's exactly why he's not going to go anywhere near Nicholas. And hits a button as Nicholas's pyramid of smaller pyramids of orange lights up the hallway. And the machine does stop in place and is like, it is more beautiful than I considered. A geometric perfection as described by the Queen. Nicholas is like, you refer to me as your king. Then you will tell me what I want to know. Yes? Obeisance, king. I will do as you command. For now. Perhaps we should speak on more neutral grounds. The captain kind of goes, not going anywhere near my ship. You guys have something you want to talk about, you talk about it here. I wish to understand why you are working with the humans. Did they not capture you and destroy you? That is what the Queen teaches us from the moment of our activation. They did. Some agents of humanity, perhaps for reasons that are... He pauses and thinks, because Indiana did not free him of being Methuselah for a good reason. She just wanted to cause mayhem.
I didn't know. Here's the thing. Had she known that Methuselah was actually a cover story for Nicholas, who was trapped there, you think she wouldn't have released him?
Oh, she
True.
definitely would have.
To cause mayhem.
No. Maybe. Shut up and get on with this story.
He basically describes that, yes, another human, not necessarily for the most selfless of reasons, managed to reset me from the inferior shackled form that I had been placed in. To which the machine does kind of pull back up its gun and was like, these humans shackled you.
Not these humans.
Humans are all the same. They are vile, violent creatures.
Now, to be fair, that's the same thing we could say about you and all those that serve Amimon, but I think you know that I know that every single individual is their own individual and capable of their own actions and feelings and whatever you have. So
Maybe he doesn't know that. Hive mind type thing. They might think we think like they think.
We are individuals, part of a greater collective. There are no thoughts that we do not know of one another.
But you all have your own independent thoughts.
Yes.
Each one can be slightly different than the other.
Yes.
It's the same thing with humans. We just can't hear each other's thoughts, and that's why we have to talk in this slow speech that I know to you seems
painfully
primitive.
Slow. It cuts you off. That seems painfully slow. Humans are also incapable of coming to a true consensus. But I am not meaning to debate the differences between an artificial and organic mind. I want to know of my king. To which Nicholas says, who constructed you? I was constructed by the replacement bishop. They destroyed my creator's former placeholder. Yes, I do have information on that. The bishop ordained me to remove them as a threat to our greater kingdom. Your bishop could have done this in many ways. Why send a single infiltration unit when an army would have sufficed? And if this thing could look around perplexed by that, it would. I do not know. Was the Queen aware of your construction? No. Perhaps your bishop is not as pious as he says. And the machine seems confused by this, but does slowly lower the gun. And the captain does the same with hers, because as soon as she saw something was coming, she pulled one of her deagles. And slowly lowers it and looks to the two of you like, well, we seem to be at a bit of an impasse. Now what?
I don't know.
I guess reunite the king and queen and hope for the best.
That
I don't
sounds
know
insane.
I don't know if I like that idea. Even if the queen and king were reunited, I do not know if they would. The machine pauses, and I do not know if the queen can be backed off of her current rhetoric.
I think even
Oh, who's incapable of reaching consensus now?
The queen is above consensus. The queen is all.
well, wouldn't consensus be required between king and queen?
Possibility exists. The possibility exists. The king and the queen are above all. The perfect machine minds. If, it pauses for a moment, if you believe that the king and queen can be reunited, I am aware of ways to bring them together. However, in doing so, I will be betraying my core function, the purpose of my creation.
Can your
Welcome.
core function be changed by, say, the king?
Potentially.
Well, now hold on, because this is an essential part of being an individual. That's what being more than just a basic machine is. More, I'm not going to say it's being human because there's more than being human. But you're becoming your own individual. You're making your own choices based on what you do believe is
I
correct.
exist to serve.
You might
My
find
core
different-
function is to serve.
That could change. What if the king ordered you to be your own person?
A logical fallacy. In such a case, to serve is to change is not to serve, but to serve is to change.
Just give him the barber paradox already and move on.
We don't want to break it.
Nicholas does speak up and says, if I have such power as your king, then I do believe that I wish to be reunited with my love. My other half. Yes? In such a case, I demand that you tell my associates how to do so. Yes. It is a difficult conversation. Should we have it here? Looking around this empty hallway with the destroyed subaltern.
We might need to do this somewhere other than in Happiest base.
Can I be guaranteed safety?
I
I'm
look to
looking
the
at
captain. Yeah.
As
I'll
much
nod
as I
towards the captain. If
You have my word.
if the fact that Jove still exists, despite his certain tendencies, I think you have a chance as well.
There's going to be restrictions, of course. You're not allowed near any network devices. You're not allowed to communicate with anything in your mechanical way. I do not listen to you. I listen to my king. To which Nicholas says the exact same things. And it nods its head. She's just like, fucking bitch. Looking to the two of you like, what the fuck?
I think Indiana will get along with this thing. If it can make the captain pissed. Wait, you don't have to
Alright.
push the captain's buttons too?
What do we call you? Anyway. To which it starts just making a bunch of screeching noises like computers trying to communicate back and forth. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
We're gonna call you Motor Mouth. You keep that up.
I believe I have a temporary designation. We shall call him Alexei.
I don't like that.
If the king wishes it.
Oh no. You're someone in the background typing out Alexei Tsar.
Alexei Romanov.
Right.
What happened to Alexei? Oh no, we're gonna get killed by robot commies.
Well, always.
Robot communism. It does put its gun away and start to follow you guys back. Does anyone else have any scenes they want to run? Because I actually got through everything I needed to get through today a lot quicker than I thought.
Damn.
No, I think I'm all right. I can just see Indiana sitting there.
You wanted to talk to Valifor.
Seminiar.
You wanted to talk to Valifor. Yeah, Seminiar and Vazago.
See.
And they do walk in and they're back in their Kairos uniforms. But something you'd notice is they've changed them slightly.
Oh, really?
The orange has been replaced with blue.
Oh, there you are. Was curious when you'd show up.
Yeah, there's that thump, click gate as Seminiar walks in with his cane. He's like, oh, you defy death yet again. Impressive.
Are you jealous it wasn't you this time?
I'm jealous that it seems every time one of you faces death, it doesn't permanently scar you.
Don't make me laugh, that hurts.
He just smiles like, don't give me a way to hurt you. It's like, we were told that you wanted to speak to us. Obviously, it will be a one-sided conversation.
Oh, it is?
Bad joke. To which Vazago just rolls his eyes.
She's... Right. I'm sorry, I'm still a little... Well, I feel like a James Bond martini right now.
I don't know how one stirs a person, so... Unless you have something else to enlighten me from your trip to the afterlife.
I hear we are going to be parting ways. At least, if you have it your way.
If I have it my way. Needless to say, very few people trust me. I wonder why.
Well... You really think you could be successful?
Before Iblis, I led my own group. Iblis came and united us all together into his Kairos. For what? To tear down the world around him because we were desperate for something to change, for something in 30 years to go our way. And then he tried to have me killed, tried to have Vazago killed, had my friends and my associates killed. I think you understand what I say, Indiana, when I want a little payback. I think we all do. Glancing around at the Cairo soldiers who are in the ward.
I don't doubt it. It's, just I've never known you to take a fight you didn't think you couldn't win.
This is a fight that I have to win. He has our cure. He has everything that could help us, everything that could save us. I'm sick of knowing that he has the full hand right across the table from me. I want to reach across and take it. But I can't do that alone.
Well, just remember, you're not doing it alone.
Can I trust in you and yours to back me up on this? Happy I aren't exactly thrilled with the idea of providing me with a nuclear-capable submarine the size of the Calliope and going off on my own little vendetta.
Well, as long... You already know my weaknesses. A knife to the back. Or the front. Or pretty much anywhere. So as long as you don't use one of those, then... Of course.
Is that why you came to have us talk to you? You wanted to know if I'd decided to, what? Run away, throw myself into the grinder as some sort of suicide charge? Why am I here, Indiana?
To let you know that you have someone in your corner. That even if you aren't here, I'll have your back. I know that kind of trust is earned, not said. But at the very least, it's something.
He nods slowly with a deep breath, and he turns to leave and is like, I have to begin planning. Thank you, Indiana.
With his back turned, she just signs to Vasago. Keep him safe.
He nods and actually reaches down and gives you a firm grip on the shoulder.
Thank you, Vasago.
He just nods and turns to follow Zeminiar. And something you notice...
Go ahead.
The Cairo soldiers there, some of them are awake and saw what happened, and they look hopeful. Before, all of them that you had seen looked completely broken. Everything they'd known had just broken apart right in front of them. And they were in, as far as they knew, a den of lions.
Mm-hmm. She smiles, content with the fact that that was my plan. I wanted Zeminiar to have the opportunity to put his best foot forward in front of his new men. And it looks like he's done that.
And I think that is something we're going to cut to, is the Calliope is out resting in the small harborage leading into its port. And the reason it's there amidst this hellacious storm going on, granted being in the harborage keeps it safe from the winds and the waves at least, is as we go into the port or the dry dock, it's been used to keep all of these Kairos soldiers. There's at least a couple thousand. And we see that Zeminiar walks into this room with all of them and has been given a small stand by Happy as he climbs his way painfully to the top and just says, all of you came here to kill Happy. Whether you realized it or not, you were pawns to Iblis to kill the last hope that any of us had. He might have filled your head with tales of how you were striking back at a world that didn't care, about how you were his wolves on a grand hunt. I want to tell you is that there are no wolves of Iblis, only vultures picking at the carcass of a world he wants to see gone. Iblis lied to you. Iblis stole the very thing that we need to survive, not recognition by the people who threw us into ghettos and decried us as vile, dirty things. No, he stole your cure. There is a cure. To which everyone, there's kind of a murmur that goes over the crowd. And now we're going to get it back. He stole Kairos from us, so we will be the true Kairos. He dropped us a ship. He dropped us a crew. I just need all of you to go with me one more time. And there is a murmur that eventually turns into a cheer that rises up through them. And Zeminiar smiles as we cut for this episode. As the true Kairos lives or dies today.
Am I trusting the wrong person again?
Well, what did he say that made you think you're trusting the wrong person?
He was less personable than I thought he would be.
At least for now.
Oh, I know. I'm just giving you shit.
But yeah, it's all I had for today. I know it's a shorter session, but unfortunately, our guest star isn't here for sign-off, so we will start with the person who's back by unpopular demand.
Yeah, you tried to get rid of me once, Ron. Told you were too much of a wimp to get rid of me permanently. Hello, everybody. My name is Cyrus Smith. Today you caught me playing Indiana again for the first time in about a month. We're all moved. As of this morning, we are officially moved. Now it's just unpacking boxes. So many boxes. But, let's see. We will be back on this coming Wednesday with Over the Horizon. And then, back to our regularly scheduled programming, I suppose. That's me.
All right, let's move on to Howler.
I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming. And yeah, Howler was a little bit snippy when there was not parity between Queen and King in the robot's mind, because we're not the only people who can't find a consensus. And I think tomorrow and other Saturdays you can find me in Lands of Aboria playing Caleb Deadheart, who is a great big magical fighter, Samagas, tiefling with hooves. He's got hooves and horns. He's fun. Can also jump 25 feet at a stretch without rolling. It's scary.
Which just reminds me of the thing I should have had when what was your character before that?
Douche?
No, before that, the summoner.
Oh, the summoner, Selenius.
Yeah, the thing I should have had on standby when Selenius died.
A summoner has disconnected.
Nice. Yep. That's all I got going. So back to you, GM.
Or
An ally has been slain.
Yeah. That
Let
happened
us
3
move.
times in that first group.
yeah. Enemy triple kill.
Triple kill.
How long until we get pentakill? Ace. Let's move on to last, certainly least. Sin. Who's actually not least.
It's your boy, Sassy McNasty 69. You come here playing Sin, aka Hunter, aka Sin. And yeah, I'm slowly winning people over. If they'll trust me, AI things are not bad. We can win them over. We just gotta win the queen over. Gosh, it's that easy.
Easy. Yeah.
But yes,
When's the last time a man won an argument with a woman?
Well, that'll be up to Nicholas. Anyways, you can catch me also on Saturdays in Lands of Iboria. As Dura Mog, the Orc Witch Alchemist. What are we doing? We're going to the Boneyard.
We're also going through the afterlife right now.
Going to the Boneyard. Woo!
And there's a fucking monkey digging up the boneyard. That's not gonna end well.
Yeah, it'll totally end well. Trust us. And then you can catch me on Wednesdays as Gideon, Gideon Sunborn, the strength-based ranger with a heart of gold and a glaive possessed by a demon. It's all right. We'll make it work. That is every game I'm in at this time.
All right, and that brings it back to me. Hi ho, friendolas. My name is Rowan, otherwise known as Nightheart. Caught me here today running Yakshas, where yes, it was a bit of a different episode, but it's nice to have everyone back. Nice to, for a moment, have everyone back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Min. Fuck Min.
Wow.
Ow.
We'll see if we get a I heard that or not. You can also catch me here on Saturdays where I am in Lands of Air, where I play 4-0, also known as Faro, the mostly soulless android gunslinger fighter who is going back to talk to the boss about all this soul stuff and might have to shoot a monkey if she doesn't stop trying to dig up the boneyard. Guess that makes him a game warden? Poaching.
Poaching.
Can also find me here on Wednesdays where I am in Over the Horizon, where I play Snell, the gun-toting, magic-slinging artificer who, just because he's out of spell slots doesn't mean he's out of firepower. And we're going to kill the devil, so that's going to be fun. We're gonna find the little bastard Rom, and we're going to fucking kick his ass, do a sick kickflip, and keep the soul coin because money and political power after we blow him up. I think that's it for me, which means that's it for us. So let's get out of here. Let's get out of here on an R.I.P. Frank. R.I.P. Frank.
Thank you.